And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're live at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. We're right on the water here, right next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay for a great deal today. It's a huge sale and seminar here at Dana Landing and Fast Lane Kayaks right next door. The ultimate inshore bass fishing panel discussion at 10 o'clock, but we've got a great guest here, and one of the panel discussers with us here is Captain Benny Florentino. Going to have a great time talking fishing here. Stay tuned. Let's Talk Hookup live from Dana Landing right here on the Mighty 1090. The offshore fishing last year was some of the best we've seen in years. Let's hope our luck keeps up in 2015. It's a brand new year, and what better way to kick off a new year than with a new Ford? Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. It's easy to see why Ford is so popular. Styling is contemporary, the technology is state-of-the-art, and the fuel economy is more impressive than ever. Fusion, Focus, and Escape continue to be San Diego favorites, and the new Mustang has the entire city buzzing. You've got to check it out. Right now, you'll find the biggest savings on F-150 pickups. The last of the 2014 models are going fast. And talk about popular, Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck and a favorite among fishermen for almost 4 decades. In fact, a new F-Series truck is sold every 43 seconds. Imagine catching a fish every 43 seconds. You'd be popular, too. Start the new year in style. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board, the only fish finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel. Look, anglers, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in fishing, wouldn't you want purely the best equipment possible? You already booked the best boat in the fleet, so why not get the best gear? The new Shimano Talica 50 2-speed reel will exceed your needs. The Talica series is already nicknamed the Beast, but this is the king of them all. Power and torque unlike any reel ever produced, along with castable free spool, not found in a small reel till now. The Talica 50 2-speed has a narrower and taller design, an open top, along with an eye corrosion resistant cold forged frame, side plates and spool that provides the angler an extreme long range reel, lighter than any reel in this class. And when you have a reel like Talica 50, match it with the right rod. The 2011 ICAST award-winning Terez rail rods were designed specifically for this reel. 3 rods in 5 colors, and the 7'4" length will push those cows off the side of the boat. Treat yourself to the best and experience how light and powerful long-range tackle has become. The new Talica 50 2-speed reel and the Terez rail rods, only at your local Shimano retailer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090, again live here at Dana Landing in Mission Bay, and what a spot to have a live broadcast.
Is this awesome? Jeez. And what a day here in the dead of winter of Southern California. It's a beautiful morning, a little cool, but not as cool as yesterday, but it's going to be another 70-degree, sunny, clear day. Guys are gals are launching their boats next door at the Dana Launch Ramp, and it's going to be a great. This is an impressive display here for midwinter. I mean, cool. Steven and Johnny have really put it out here at Dana Landing, and I mean, look at the surroundings. Yeah, right. Look what we've got going here.
Especially for an event that is a one-day thing, major sale. This is going to be a really cool day. I mean, lots of outside displays, tons of deals inside. It's going to be a really cool day.
Oh yeah. So come on down, Dana Landing, right next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay, San Diego, right next to Fastlane. I know Ron's a part of this program here today. He's got all the kayaks out there, all the Hobie kayaks, and lots of good salty cruise stuff. Boy, Jim Holden from Friends of Rollo, we're going to hear from him later. And a lot of great vendors here. Even Hoos is here. I mean, you know how hard it is to get Hoos anywhere?
Well, it can't be that hard. You just got to have a cool day out here. You just got to make sure it's not too cold out.
Yeah, but they've got a cash register set up outside today. And speaking of Bob Hoos and Abel Garcia, and they're, you buy a Revo reel, you get a free rod here today while supplies last.
How cool is that?
While supplies last. 25% off MC swim baits. You got buy 3 gulps, you get 1 free. 25% off warbait heads. When does warbait heads go on?
Well, that's all this stuff. I mean, that's what's so cool about it. This is the time of year, especially Bay Bass Tournament and Calico, all the Calico stuff going on right now. This is the time of year where you sell that, and not the time that you need to put any of that on sale, but Steve and Johnny and all the guys just to hook everybody up. I mean, like you said, this is stuff where things that never go on sale, let alone the prime time to get it.
And 20% off all clothing in store. Now, one thing that they have at Dana Land is a great clothing display.
Yeah, very good.
Fantastic stuff, Grundens and everything. And then, last but not least, we don't want to say 15% off the world-famous Bob City.
That's a reason to come down as it is.
You don't want to miss Bob City and the Seeker Rod display. So 15% off Seeker rods. Do you actually have rods for bay bass fishing? All right. Bob will set you up with some great stuff there. That's his. And then, of course, the ultimate panel discussion starting at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll be broadcasting live here from 7 to 9 this morning. And then Benny Florentino, our guest today. Good morning, Benny. You're going to be doing the ultimate panel discussion with some of your friends, right?
Yeah. Morning, guys. Yeah, I'll be joined by Corey Sandin from MC Swim Baits, my good buddy Jimmy Decker, Fishing with Decker Charters. And Warbaits, Afrin Abutin. Yeah, so come down and ask a bunch of questions, hang out, take advantage of some of this great product. Sun's going to come out here pretty soon, so we better get our Maui Gyms on a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt about that, for sure. Yeah. And speaking of Maui Gym, we've got the guys from Maui Gym here too. I missed him over in the corner over
Mike's
there.
Got the full display.
Well, here's the deal. He's got the waterfront display there. So it's like, that way you can put the Maui Gyms on your face and see right on the water. And likelihood, when they put the Maui Gyms on, they're going to put them on and see how clearly they're seeing in the water, and they're not going to walk off without them.
Well, and I would go so far as to say this has got to be one of, if not the best displays of Maui Gyms in the store here, too.
Yes.
Steve and everybody here at Dana Landing, this is the spot to go if you want to check out a lot of Maui Gyms, especially if you want to try and find a pair that's going to fit your face right, or you want to know what, maybe that you like the Piahi frame, but you want to see what it looks like in a black frame or a tortoiseshell. They have all of them in stock.
Yeah, indeed. So Mike's here to take care of you, take care of your needs over there from Maui Gym. The best thing to do is just go over, see Mike, try on a pair. He'll kind of suggest different pairs for you and get them right here.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is the spot.
Yeah, it's a spot. Now, I also want to add, we're going to hear from Jim later on, but if you buy a Friends of Rollo raffle tickets for the grand raffle prize with including the Maui Gym Hawaiian vacation that you went on last year, this is another one that they're giving away, including round-trip airfare, 4 nights lodging, and fishing for 4, not just 2, but for 4 on the Maui Gym boat, along with a trip on the Royal Polaris, trip to Rancho Leonero, John Petty Goldsmith, trip on the Maximus, the motorized scooter, a whole bunch of prizes this year in the Grand Raffle for Friends of Rollo. If you buy a raffle ticket today from the Friends of Rollo booth, you're going to be in a drawing for a GoPro camera.
Oh, how cool is that? Just
today.
Just for the people
and
that
they're
buy
going to draw that at noon. So if you buy a ticket between now and noon today, Jim is going to draw the generous donation from Stephen here at Dana Landing. Going to draw for a GoPro camera. So
that's cool.
Today would be a very good day to buy your friends a raffle tickets and a lot of fun. So you've been fishing, Benny?
Doing a little bit of fishing, yeah.
Yeah.
San Clemente Island 4 times in the last 2.5 weeks. Local fishing. Last couple of days chasing that yellow down there in southern Orange County. Managed to get on Friday on a charter. We hooked 4, landed 1, and unfortunately I was the one that landed a 25-pound class yellowtail. But really good marks out there. And yesterday fished with Robbie Gant from Shimano.
Testing some new products.
Testing a couple of new items that I think the anglers are going to be really, really excited about, along with fishing the new Torium.
How's the new Torium?
Torium's awesome.
We talked about it last week.
I heard it got let out of the bag by the big guy.
Well, and he's allowed, right?
He can, that's why he is. But I field tested the reel for about 4 months prior to the first prototype and then the second prototype. So the reel, the anglers are going to be very, very, very happy about. If you're going to ask me a question, when, stand by. That's all I can say. But fish is great. A lot of fish out there. We saw angler. We didn't hang any yesterday. We saw a lot of marks. Just didn't bite for us. Majority of the fish looked like they were caught on bait. Dropper loop, 250 feet of water. You can't miss the area. There's a few boats out there.
Yeah.
We tried looking for areas that weren't crowded, stay off that. But I tell you, I have to say that Wooly on the Some Fun is on some stuff right now down there. I mean, another 50-plus fish day, and he's been averaging 50-plus a day. So, we saw him. They would stop on a meter mark, drop, and get bit immediately. 4 or 5 hang, and then move on to the next spot.
So
wow.
Cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's the fishing that we're having in January.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And a lot of boats headed down to Colonet today to take advantage of that. First of all, this incredible weather, flat, calm, beautiful conditions, but also that incredible yellowtail and rockfish fishing down there. Yeah, it's a good January.
Oh, I'm gonna have to agree,
right?
Yeah.
And so bass fishing. What are you going to talk about on the panel?
I believe we're talking about the upcoming Open Bay Bass Tournament put on by San Diego Anglers. But it's going to be open discussion, talking fishing inshore bass in general, whether it be spotties, calico bass. Obviously we have the top guys, even Lure Maker talking about calico bass. And so, it's a good opportunity to come down on a really nice day down here, down at Dana Landing, and check out some of this new equipment, and also talk fishing and just pick our brain. I mean, hopefully you're out there fishing today, but hopefully at the same time.
Come here and then go fishing afterwards.
There you go.
Learn the techniques from you guys on how to win the tournament.
That's it.
And go for it.
There you go.
The cool thing about the panel discussion too is you've got all these guys that are at the extreme top of their game, and it's usually not the question that sparks the cool thing. It's all of the it's all the guys adding on, like, and I also do this, and and then Benny might have another take. Well, usually when I'm in that scenario, I'll do this, and you get so much good information that gets spawned off of it. I can't wait. It's going to be a really, really cool day.
It's my favorite way to do a seminar type, those panel, because we're all really good friends, and we really feed off we get excited talking about it, and we're giving more and more information. And again, we want anglers to catch fish, and for us to share, we all different personalities. All different personalities about how we approach inshore fishing.
Yeah, going to be fun. I'm going to moderate it, but I'm not going to have to talk much because you guys have the knowledge. It's just I'm going to kind of throw the panel open, and then it's going to happen. You answer questions. It's all free. It's going to be right next door.
Yep.
At Fast Lane, right here, right amongst all the Hobie kayaks and stand-up paddle boards and all the great stuff that Ron and the gang have at Fast Lane right next door. And they've got a nice display of Salty Crew stuff there. Jared's over there right now. So come on down. It's at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. We're here right now. Come on down this morning. We're broadcasting live from 7 to 9, and then the sale goes on till I think it's like 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
And then these deals are gone.
That's it.
So you want to get these deals, these like once in a
6
year
hours
deal.
to take advantage of getting all that stuff. Like you said, war baits and the free reel with the the free rod with the Abu reel, which is really cool. All the swim baits, the gulp, the clothing sale, the seeker rod sale. That's it. You got a short window to make it happen.
Yeah. So listen to this. This is a big news blast I got from Jeff Rodriguez from Cedros Adventures this morning. Jeff is giving away a trip to Cedros Adventures in the raffle for the Open Bay Bass Tournament.
Wow.
Giving a spot
cool.
away.
No kidding.
Yeah,
awesome.
So you could win it, Ricky.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
But get this. Next Saturday, when they're on the show in the studio, and you're fresh back from the journeyman trip in Puerto Vallarta, we're giving away another trip to one lucky caller next Saturday. So just to Cedros Adventures.
At the end of the show, someone's going to go on a Cedros Adventure trip.
Wow.
Trip. Yeah. How cool is that?
How about that? So that's big news flash. I got the text from Jeff this morning. I want to thank all the guys, Adrian and Jeff and the gang from Cedros Adventures, for donating that. So love to have you come and join us here today, and we've got some amazing prizes to give away right here at Dana Land.
You're not kidding like that. Steve and the boys always really make a big deal of the events, and there's so much great stuff to come down for, and we'd just love to have you. If you want to be a part of the show this morning, the best thing to do today, for sure, is just come on down to Dana Landing here. It's a really good morning. Things are starting to get rolling here, and we would love to have you join us right on the water at the Launch Ramp in Mission Bay, right across from SeaWorld here at Dana Landing Market. And if you want to come through, we have got a really cool prize. If you want to step up to the microphone, ask a question of Benny, ask a question to any of the guys here, we would love to hear from you. And for every person that steps up to the microphone, you're going to be eligible to win a couple of really nice prizes. First, one lucky step-up mic is going to win this 2,500-yard spool of Berkeley Pro Spec 30-pound Spectra. Really good Spectra.
It just came out.
2,500
Who's donated
yard
it this morning?
spool.
Just hands you like a $250 spool of line.
$250 at least. I mean, there's 2,500 yards on there. So, very, very cool prize. That's going to one step-up microphone. And then the other, how about this? At the end of the show, somebody's going to win a brand-new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. And lately we've been showcasing a lot of the cool, kind of fishing style of frames that have been out there that we've been giving away. Well, today it's completely your pick. We mentioned earlier that Steve has about the best selection of anywhere in town to check out these Maui Jims. Well, somebody is going to get a brand-new pair of Maui Jims. You can pick out absolutely any pair in the store. It doesn't matter the cost, doesn't matter the color, the style, the frame, whatever is your glass, your favorite pair of sunglasses, you're getting a brand-new pair of Maui Jims at the end of the show.
Picked right here from the inventory at Dana Landing.
You can talk to Mike, from Maui Jim, find out what the right style or where you're going to be using them, help you get dialed into the right pair. So a very cool prize. And again, that's every person that steps up to the microphone, ask a question, you're going to be eligible to win that great prize. And we certainly haven't forgot about you on the phones. If you're on your way down, want to give us a call this morning, you're on the water, not able to make it to the big sale, and you want to give us a call here on Let's Talk Hookup, there's two ways you can reach us. And first is with the local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. Or you can reach us toll-free, that toll-free number, 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. And awesome prize for the callers at the end of the show today. One lucky caller is going to get a $50 gift card to come on down here to Dana Landing Market, have themselves a little shopping spree with $50.
How about that?
Really cool prizes. So
see the cowboy. He brought his donuts and cookies this morning, the traditional cowboy there. And thanks for Cowboy for bringing it down. See the cowboy and Orion, and they'll take care of you, get you signed up to step up to the mic. So let's go ahead and talk to Wayne. Wayne, where are you? Wayne came down from Point Loma. There he is. He's over there giving Tom a hard time.
I'm giving a speech over here. Yeah. We got everything going on.
You're not talking any Stanford or USC stuff there,
no,
right?
No, I know. I owe Bart a martini this year. I'll be, as you know, with you having that. I lost. What the hell? Hey, I didn't really think of a question yet, so I'm not quite sure what to say other than I'm looking forward to the Bay Bass thing next week.
Are you fishing?
I'm not this year. Dwayne Patino was really nice enough. He actually called me and said we need some more kayakers. So I guess I could still think about it, but
you should, yeah.
And
I don't know.
Ron Lane at Fast Lane Kayaks and the gang over at Fast Lane, they are sponsoring the kayak division. $1,000.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. I better think about this.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of days to think about it.
Yeah,
anyway, it's a beautiful morning. Don't really have a good question for you. Nice to see everybody.
Thanks for coming down, Wayne.
Yeah.
Appreciate that very much.
And when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including a lot of your phone calls of people who do have questions. It's going to be a lot of fun. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup right here on the mighty 1090.
The San Diego Bay Bass Tournament is Saturday, January 24th, and Dana Landing in Mission Bay wants to help you get ready with a great sale and seminar on Saturday, January 17th. It all starts with a live Let's Talk hookup broadcast at 7. Manufacturers' representatives will be on hand, and a giant sale on the tackle you need to catch big fish. Listen to these deals for one day only that Dana Landing will have. Buy any Abu Garcia Revel reel and get a matching rod free. Buy 3 Gulp packages and get 1 free. Take 25% off all MC swim baits and war bait heads. 20% off all clothing. Save 15% off Seeker rods. Check out the East County Bait and Tackle booth and see their new custom rods. Now, here is the big news. From 10 to 11, there will be an ultimate panel discussion hosted by Pete Gray with Corey Sandin from MC Swim Baits, Jimmy Decker from Berkeley, Afron from War Baits, and Benny Florentino from Shimano. Learn the best techniques for catching the big fish in the bay. It's one day only, Saturday, January 17th, and only at Dana Landing, right across from SeaWorld, next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check DanaLanding.com for more details.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaskan dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
It's time to get excited about fishing, and Point Loma Sport Fishing has everything you'll need. They offer half-day and three-quarter-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit their website at pointlomasportfishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627.
If you're into the water, I mean getting out and going fishing, diving, surfing, shark diving, or kayaking, you need to check out the Islander at islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. In addition, the Islander offers kayak mothership trips, spearfishing trips, and more. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. You won't find a more knowledgeable or well-rounded team than Captain Shane Slaughter, John Conniff, and crew. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Phones are packing up again. If you want to get your shot at that awesome $50 gift card, or better yet, just a chance to talk to the man, Captain Benny Florentino, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090.
Or, even better yet, come on down to Dana Landing between now and 9 o'clock and get on the mic here. Step up to the mic. You have a chance to win that pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. Select from the inventory here at Dana Landing your choice of any pair of Maui Jims or the Prospect. Second place will be Prospect from Bob Hoos in Berkeley there. $250, $2,500 spool, a 30-pound Prospect, their new Spectra there. I want to throw out, I brought down a sample of our brand new engraved cedar plugs. Now, the guy at engraved cedar plugs, he's in Colorado, and I don't know how he does this.
It looks really
cool.
But
it's amazing. He's taken a regular cedar plug and engraved the Let's Talk Hookup logo as well as our website address on the cedar plug. There, I have a sample here if you want to check them out. And he'll do custom ones for you, too, if you want, engravedcedarplugs.com. But if you want to buy one of these, and they came out fantastic, better than I thought. We have them on our website. They're available on our store page of our website, hookup1090.com. I have a very limited number of these available, and they are available now while they last on our website, hookup1090.com, the engraved cedar plug, custom hookup cedar plugs there. So check it out. Jim Holden is here, Friends of Rolla. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, Jim. Well, good morning, Pete.
Great to
Rick,
have you.
Benny.
Thanks.
Morning.
Hey, so there's things happening at Friends of Rolla right
lots
now.
going on.
Yeah.
And it starts this morning. So get down here to Dana Landing because, like you mentioned earlier, everyone who buys a raffle ticket today for our annual drawing gets a shot at a GoPro camera donated
that you're going to give away at noon, right?
Yeah.
So between now and
noon. So you want to get those tickets in, okay?
And you don't necessarily have to be present to win as
no,
long as you buy
do
the
not.
raffle ticket,
As long as you buy a ticket today, you get a shot at the GoPro camera, okay?
Wow.
Donated by Steve
that's
here at
a heck
Dana
of a
Lynn.
bonus.
I think that's awesome.
Very cool, very cool. And then 2 chances to win. You get that, and then also our annual drawing this year, you get a shot at the Maui Gym Fishing Adventure for 4, includes airfare, lodging, and 2 days aboard the Maui Gym.
Which I want to say on that too, real quick. That's not something that you can even buy. That's not something. It's the Maui Gym corporate yacht that you couldn't. No amount of money could put you on that. It's just for a special occasion like this.
And you went last year.
I got to go last year with Steve and Seth and Tom and those guys. It's a first class thing all the way around, from where you stay to what you do to ride on the water.
You can't talk your way on that. You can't buy your way on that. This is a very special trip.
That's it.
Yeah. No, that's a beauty. And then there's more. The Maximus, 3.5 day trip on the Maximus out of Puerto Vallarta, Cushman scooter, a 15-day long-range trip on the Royal Polaris.
Wow.
Mexico fishing for 2 at Rancho Leonardo, and then John Petty, $5,000 in cash, and on and on and on. Guys, we got some really cool prizes this year.
So cool. Really great prizes, and every one is going to be given away. It's not going to be choose this. It's going to be every one of those prizes is going to be part of that. And how much does it cost to win a trip for 4 to Maui on the Maui Gym boat?
$10.
$10.
$10, okay? So buy your tickets, okay? And again, today, 2 chances to win, GoPro and that.
And all that money goes to taking kids fishing.
It does. This is all about getting kids out. We've got trips going from San Diego on up to Half Moon Bay.
Right.
So every dollar into this certainly helps support all these trips.
You bet. And
you bet.
The 100,000th kid is going to go fishing, courtesy of Frenzarello at the end of this month.
Yeah, get a load of this. 100. I mean, what a milestone! 100,000 kids. There's no other fishing organization that can claim such a feat.
That's
100,000 kids. And what we're going to do is 40 kids from Father Joe's Village in San Diego here are coming down. They're going to board the Dolphin at Fisherman's Landing. And then we're going to do, Father Joe will be there as well. And we're going to roll out the red carpet and introduce the kids one at a time. It's going to be a cool deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be fantastic.
You bet.
Big deal.
Hey, and for Fred Hall, too, coming up.
Right.
I am looking for some real cheerful volunteers to help out with that as well.
Both Long Beach and Del Mar.
Both Long Beach and Del Mar.
Yeah.
Okay, just short little shifts, not to put too much of a burden on anyone, but, if you can help out, get a hold of us, right away.
Yeah, and how do we get a hold of you, Jim?
You can go to the website, rolokids.org. Okay, or call me at 949-285-8819, or just go on the site, contact us, and there you go.
RolloKids.org, ROLLO kids.org.
That's right.
Place. Jim, thanks for coming down, and
awesome.
You'll be here till 1 o'clock.
Be here till 1. Come down and grab those tickets.
All right. Thanks very much for coming down. Appreciate that. Go ahead and, put that back in there, and let's go ahead and jump in the phones, Rick.
You got it. Well, the phones are packed. Everybody's excited to start things off, so why don't we start with Ralph this morning, calling us from Lemon Grove. Ralph, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph.
Morning, Ralph.
Happy New Year to you guys.
Same to you.
Hey, I wanted to comment on your program and your seminars that you are promoting down there. We went to the one last year, and it was so informative that, the baits, I was telling, I think his name was Adam, the baits we were throwing even, 3 years ago do not work as effectively as the baits that we're throwing today. And those seminars really changed the way that I throw baits.
Would you agree with that, Benny?
Well, I tell you, sometimes those old lures, don't throw them away. Keep them around because they seem to always come back, and you can start your own trend. But no, absolutely, that's evolution of baits in general.
Yeah.
Guys, the guys are at the top of their game and just helping you improve your catch ratio.
I would say, like he's saying, in the last few years, it's changed so much that for 20 years of calico bass fishing, and now with all of the Power Pro Spectra and weedless style baits and weedless style hooks, we're able to fish in areas where you just flat didn't fish before.
I mean, even the common shad head type that you put the swim baits on. When Afrin came out with the war bait, that has become the essential tool in everybody's tackle box now. Everybody has one because there's a need for having a weedless swim bait. The weedless bait itself, the weedless hooks, everything. It's really changed the way we've approached our saltwater bass fishing.
Now, one thing I noticed, especially fishing with you, Benny, on your charters, and you do charter. If you want to go fishing with Benny, I highly recommend it. It's a great time, both inshore as well as offshore.
Thanks, Pete.
You fish heavy. I mean, back in the day, we were fishing, 15, 12.
12 pounds calico bass line.
Now, what about for the San Diego Bay Bass Tournament? You fish heavy for sand bass?
I wouldn't have a problem fishing 50-pound braid.
Yeah.
Not at all. 50, even 65, because there is some structure there.
Yeah.
And, as Ricky knows, who's done pretty well in the past tournaments, sometimes that stuff will wrap you around a rock, some structure, and you want to make sure that you fish, fairly heavy leader. The water can be clean, but I believe a lot of the winning weights have been in a little bit deeper water on some of those drop-offs and ledges where, the fish just react to the bait more so than the line, so you can get away with 30-pound leader, 25-pound leader, and 50 and even 65-pound Power Pro.
Yeah, okay. Well, very good. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for the call this morning. Roy is here down at Dana Landing. Thanks for coming down, Roy. Always a pleasure seeing you, and I'm sure you're going to learn some stuff here about catching bass.
Yeah, hey, good morning.
Good morning, Roy.
Fishing the tournament next week.
Okay.
You wondering when to use skirts on like lead heads and stuff like that for jigs or swim baits or the creature baits and whatnot?
That's a really good question. Yeah. The main forage in San Diego Bay are razor clams. Some years are more prolific than others. I haven't fished San Diego in a while, but when to use skirted jigs? Anywhere around structure, because it's going to mimic, a crab or any type of crustacean, even a larger bait fish. Color-wise, I know that orange and browns have been always good with skirted heads. Obviously, if you're looking for you only need 3 big bites this year as opposed to 5 in years past. So if I were fishing the tournament, I would fish, something big, but skirted, usually around rocky areas. Some of the riprap that's out there, and riprap being, like the rock formation. Zuniga Jetty is a good example for throwing skirted jig heads, but I would go bigger profile. Don't keep it to the 4 and 5 inch. I would step it up to 5.5.
Because you're talking big fish, you're not looking for little ones.
3 bait, and that's the thing about tournament fishing. If you don't get to go out and fish that often, and you're fishing a tournament, then you want to fish big for 3 bites. If you get 3 bites all day and they're all 5-pounders, I think you're going to be pretty stoked about your outcome. But if you're out there to fish to catch a bunch and just have a good time and support the San Diego tournament, then go to 4 and 5 inch baits and get the bites. Will the big ones eat it? As I always say, elephants eat peanuts. There you go. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Absolutely. Roy, good luck in the tournament.
Good luck. Thanks, Roy.
Thanks.
All right.
Well, let's jump. Coming down to Dana Landing. One of the things that I'll mention is you and Jimmy Decker both fish the SWBA, and it's all about catching big ones, right?
Yeah, and you have to have that mindset of okay, we're not out fun fishing like, for example, a charter. I always have this thing called biters are good. You just want to have biters and you go for numbers. And I do have some guests that just want to strictly target big fish. They just want, your 8s and 7s and better. But in tournaments, you're after 5 big bites, whether it's spotties or calico bass or sand bass, whatever it is. So you're fishing a little bit bigger, really trying to pattern fish, trying to figure out, because as the day progresses, or you're trying to figure out what they want to eat, how they want to eat it, and that sort of thing. But 5 big bites all day.
Yeah. So what about fishing for 3 now? Okay. How do you like that rule change that San Diego Anglers went through?
Boy, I tell you, we did the 3 fish limit last few Mission Bay tournaments, and for spotties, and at 14 1/4 inch length, it's very challenging. It simplifies the weigh-in, I'm sure, but it also makes it challenging. You've got a person that might weigh a 5-pounder, a 2-pounder and a pound and a half. That gets you, 8.5 pounds. But then you have somebody that weighs 3-pounders, that's 9. So, it's if they threw in an extra 2-pounder here and there for 5 fish, then it makes it's huge. But I don't know. Everybody has to weigh in 3, so it is equal.
Yeah.
But it sure does change it. Yeah, it changes.
How do you like it, Rick?
I think that it's going to put a lot of people in the running that, one bite of a big fish is going to put a lot of people in there. I think that the bay gets pressured, and over the years sometimes it gets tough to get a 5-fish limit of size. And so a lot of people that have been in the middle of the pack and maybe not as in contention as they would have liked to have been, it's going to put a much more equal playing field. You can kind of luck into 3 nice ones a lot easier than you can skillfully catch 5 medium-sized ones. So I think it's going to put a lot more people in the running for the opportunity of catching a big one.
All right.
I think that, if you get lucky in the morning and you get that one big bite, you're in serious contention for, you're in serious contention for winning the tournament. It's a third of your limit is taken care of if you get one good one.
Right.
So then all you need to do is catch 2 average ones to have a respectable finish, or 2 more nice ones, and you win the whole thing.
There you go.
So I'm excited.
Right.
I think
agree.
one thing, just like Benny says, though, everybody's on the same playing field.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be fun. That's a week from today. San Diego Islands. You can learn a lot coming down to Dana Landing right now. Today, of course, we have the sale going on till 1 o'clock. You can buy your things that don't go on sale here.
That's the
and then you can talk to the experts at the panel discussion at Fastlane right next door starting at 10 o'clock.
All right, well, hey, it's time to find out what's going on the water. It's time for our Baja and Mainland Catch Report with the Cashman. And this report today is sponsored in part by Gamakatsu Hooks, Japan's leading fish hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation, strength, and durability. And the big fish season is on. You can get that Gamakatsu Super Nautilus Circle Hook at your favorite tackle store. It's the one that's putting the big fish on the deck. It has the strength and the durability to help you catch your fish of a lifetime. When a 300-pounder's on the line, you don't want to wish that you'd skimped out on an inexpensive hook, and there's nothing better than that Gamakatsu Super Nautilus Circle Hook. You can find it at your favorite tackle store. And let's talk to the man, the Cashman. Richard Castaneda from Castors is on the line. Buenos dias, Cashman.
Hey, buenos dias, Rickster. Buenos dias, Pedro. Hey, Pete, we're about a month away from the Pesca Panama trip, and I'm starting to get pumped.
Going to be fun. In fact, I'm going to talk to Gene here, who's the Phoenix Rod Rep, about one of those multi-piece rods that to take down there. One of those heavy. We got to have heavy though.
The red eye.
Yeah, got to get the good one there for sure.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those, Pete. I got the conventional rated up to 50, and then I had our good friend Jimmy Welch wrap me a spinner. So I'll be taking both of those down. So I'm gonna look forward to really putting those things to the test on some of those the big tuna there at Pesca.
That's amongst the nicest travel rods out there for sure. That's a good call.
Oh, let me tell you, it's awesome. It's just awesome. I used the conventional down the East Cape when we were down there and also on our Wahoo Rumble, and it works fantastic. It's got plenty of backbone. For a travel rod, you're always suspicious, but you got to put them through the test. Also, that Daiwa one they make too. That's another one that I got that I used at Pesca last year, and I put that through the paces on 70, 80-pound tuna. Let me tell you, it was an incredible rod.
It's gonna be a fun time. Hey, while you're on that subject, and while I'm thinking of it, I went and visited our friend Mark Wheeler, who's going on the Pesca Panama trip with us from Encinitas Ford the other day. I got to drive the new 2015 aluminum body F-150. Oh my, what a truck!
Really?
That thing is. I mean, I've been driving an F-150 for years. Love the F-150s. They keep getting better and better. This one takes it to another level. It's stronger, lighter, more power, more comfortable.
That's cool.
You turn the radio off, which I rarely do in the car, and you can hear a pin drop. It's so quiet.
That's cool.
That thing. So. It's
aluminum body.
Aluminum body.
Okay.
So you get better gas mileage, you get more power, you tow more, the whole deal.
The towing weight's even increased.
Really?
That's the only thing I was worried about. In the back of your mind's like, I wonder if we're still going to be able to tow the heavy boat.
No,
that's cool.
It is. I mean, if it doesn't win all the awards this year, I would be very, very surprised. But go down to your San Diego County Ford dealer and test that new F-150, the 2015 F-150. You'll blow your mind.
That's cool.
It's awesome. Yeah. So go ahead with your report, Cass.
Well, I just want to ask you, is the garage yet?
Not yet. Not yet, but soon. In fact, Mark Wheeler, who you'll enjoy, who's a very good car salesman, was is like, okay, you ready yet? Well, no, Mark, I just got a new car, so, not yet.
Well, but maybe Lolly might want.
Yeah,
you never
might
know.
Want it. It's luxurious enough.
Exactly.
Could. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably come back for that trip. Probably have one in my garage if he's actually.
I would say, probably, no doubt.
But anyway, Pete, let's get on with the report down in Cabo San Lucas there. Things are really starting to change up in the Sea of Cortez. The north winds are really starting to cool off the water there, up those usual banks up there when you're, up there fishing during the winter. But on the days that the wind doesn't blow, they are still getting some tuna up around the Iman and Vanarama banks and in the inner Goro. But most of the action now is shifted over to the Pacific side. That's where the north winds don't come down the Sea of Cortez there. So they're protected over there, and good striped marlin bite going on, averaging at least 1 to 2 per boat per day, some boats 3 per day. They're also getting some dorado and a few small tuna mixed in with that. Same thing with Mazatlan there, doing real well on the billfish there, mixture of sails and stripers. A little less than a 1 per boat average there, but they're also getting some nice dorado and some nice tuna. Nothing of real size, but good catches. Of course, the hot spot right now is down at Iztapazihuatanejo. This is our main winter destination that we're sending clients to for the not only just for the vacation time, but also some great fishing going on down there. Fishing about 6 to 7 miles off the beach. Good sailfish bite there. Also picking up some good dorado, quality dorado, 25, 30, 35-pound dorado. And, of course, along the beaches there, it's just been really, really wild on the jacks. I mean, they're just throwing poppers and right along the surf line there and getting some beautiful jacks there, get up to 15, 20-pound jacks, and they're a kick. Well, let me tell you, those guys can really put the rod to their test. So, but that's a report for this week. Anybody wants to book a trip into southern Baja, mainland Mexico, down to Central America, Brazil, and, of course, our feature destination, Christmas Island, you can give us a call at Cast Tours, 800-593-6510, or check us out on the web at www.tours.com. And Pete, start packing, man. We're good to be there.
We're getting ready. Yeah, thanks, Cass, man. I'll talk to you next Saturday. Appreciate the call this morning.
All right. Hey, appreciate that, Cass. When we come back, we got a lot of Let's Talk Hookup coming away, including a lot more of your phone calls. You want to ask a question of Benny Florentino, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way live at Dana Landing in Mission Bay, right here on the mighty 1090.
Want to catch the yellowfin tuna of a lifetime but don't have weeks at a time to commit trying? Then check out Journeyman Sport Fishing in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Based in Nuevo Vallarta, Journeyman offers an angling dream come true. Outstanding world-class fishery, immaculately maintained and outfitted boat, ultra-limited competition at the rail, and a Journeyman crew that has the experience and passion to make your angling dreams reality. A 2.5-day trip offers 2 full days of fishing from sunup to sundown and only requires 4 days away from your other commitments. In the 2013 season, Journeyman landed dozens of yellowfin over 200 pounds and several over 300. Choose the trip that fits your schedule. 2.5, 3.5, up to 8 days of the ultimate fishing for giant yellowfin tuna. For complete details, check the web at journeymansportfishing.com or contact 619-571-1979. Journeyman Sport Fishing, where angling dreams become reality. A new veteran-owned business that makes one of your go-to pieces of tackle even better. EngravedCedarPlugs.com provides custom engraved cedar plugs of all sizes for gifts, promotional items, advertising, awards, or just your lucky custom lure. They can engrave anything. That's EngravedCedarPlugs.com. Check them out, EngravedCedarPlugs.com. It's a big day in Mission Bay. Saturday, January 17th. Dana Landing will host a big bay bass seminar and sale, and Fast Lane Kayaks right next door will join the fun with all the new models of Hobie kayaks. Fast Lane is sponsoring the kayak division of the tournament, and they'll have their top pros in attendance to give you hot tips to win the big money. You can check out the new models of Hobie kayaks, including the new Pro Angler, new Mirage Drive Outbacks, and more. See the latest fishing accessories for your kayak one day only, Saturday, January 17th, at Fast Lane Kayaks at Dana Landing across from SeaWorld in Mission Bay. Check FastLaneSailing.com.
Time to talk about great gear from Shimano, and since we're talking bay bass, Benny Florentino, let's talk about the rig from Shimano to fish bay bass.
I tell you, I would probably go with either 40, 50, and 50-pound Power Pro. Probably spooled on a Corrado 200i. And probably use the 7-to-1 because if you do get bit, you get that extra line take. Probably put it on a Terramar 711M just because it's a little bit softer tip. So when that fish loads up on that bait, you have extra cranking power.
So what do you like about that Corrado 200?
Oh, man, the castability, the line take. You've got 2 bearings on that with X-Ship. Just a smooth overall reel. If you're going to cast, great. The line take, the power, the rigidity of that reel is just fantastic.
Just works. Well, check it out at your local Shimano dealer or check out Shimano.com.
Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades, with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. Now is the time to book your long-range trips and charters, plus half-day trips aboard the Dolphin. Go to fishermanslanding.com and see trip availability, and even book your trip online. Stop by or call Fisherman's Landing in San Diego and book now at fishermanslanding.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
To a home run, Kemp again.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. We're live here at Dana Landing in Mission Bay, and the huge sale and seminar is going on right now.
Yeah, right now with great deals here. It's a beautiful morning. Come on down to Mission Bay, Dana Landing, Dana Launch Ramp here. Fastlane's got a great display out here. Steve Pinard, who's joined us now here at Dana Landing, has got a great display. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, guys.
Thanks for hosting the show this morning. Appreciate you having us here. And one thing we're looking at right here through the Maui Jim sunglasses is that new 31-foot lures you just picked up. Tell us about that boat.
Yeah, we decided to upgrade a little bit. Obviously had a good year last year, and the Blackjack is just a great fishing boat. For all those longer trips, which we obviously had a lot of that offshore stuff, it's just there wasn't a lot of seating, wasn't a lot of comfort, on it. So we kind of, I was looking around for another boat and just walked into an amazing deal that I couldn't really say no to. So they call it a 32. It's like a 32 length overall lures, 2008. I mean, it is. You see it. It's showroom condition. It had a full-time professional captain taking care of it, so it was treated like a yacht as 300 hours on the mains, 80 on the generators. I mean, it's full electronics. It is a flat yacht.
It's a brand new boat.
Beautiful. Yeah, we're going to wreck it. I mean, that's
well, that's okay. That's what you do best.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that'll be available for charter. Is it available for charter now?
It's not. We still want to do some things to it. Still working on a little bit of paperwork, that type of stuff. And but it will be this spring. Still working on our website. But literally just got it a couple of weeks ago. Trying to figure out fuel consumption and some other things.
It'll replace the Blackjack.
Yes.
And you also still have, of course, the great Impulse. Yep. Available for charter. How are the charters looking this summer? I mean, do you need to get on it?
I want to say yes. I want to say call right now. But no, that six-pack stuff seems to happen. It seems to come in right before the summer. People are definitely picking away the weekends, but there's still, there's a bunch of dates left.
But as the dates approached, people called and got disappointed last year a lot.
Absolutely.
How many people did you turn away? Hundreds.
Yeah, probably. I think as in an industry we probably did. I mean, it just caught up so fast and just went crazy, and that definitely happened. So I think a lot of people are jumping on it. And like I said, they're picking away at weekends already. But I mean, it's January. So, and that stuff turns on for us in the spring. So. Yeah. The good thing about that lures too is it's going to be a 4-pack boat with a ton of room. So in the past, people have said, hey, can I bring my son on or can my mother come or whatever? We always said no. There's so much room in that boat, we'll be able to throw another on.
That's cool.
Which
and
is kind of
comfort,
nice.
too.
Yep. Plenty of seating for everybody. I mean, it's it's a yacht. I mean, there's 4 bunks. There's a full galley. There's, everything.
A head.
When you're tired or you're sick or you're, want to get out of the sun, there is super comfortable salon down there. So it'll be
beautiful
kind of a nice
tower
boat.
up top. Yeah. It's a great addition to the Dana Landing fleet, which you're specialized in 6-pack boats.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to book a trip on the Impulse or on the new Blackjack, how do you get a hold of you?
I think it's going to be called Double Down.
It's going to be called Double Down. Okay.
Yes. We doubled down this year.
Double down on it. All right. I like that. So
I like that.
The new Double Down.
Yes.
You just call Dana Landing to book the trip, right?
Yep. And, we'll go over the options and get y'all taken care of. And, the boats are certainly here at the dock all the time right now. So you want to come down and check it out. The guys will walk you on and show you the whole thing. And
great time to come down today.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the great sale, see the seminars, see all the people down here, and take a little tour of the boats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dock is open. You can walk right down and check them out, right?
Anytime. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Well, thanks for hosting us here.
Yeah,
at
cool
Dana
event.
Landing.
Thanks for being here.
Great
Cool.
event,
Awesome
midwinter event to prelude the San Diego Anglers Bay Bass Tournament next week.
I think we're going to try and do this every year, so you can kind of count on it. The week before the Bay Bass Tournament, we'll kind of have this event, and you can come in and get all your swim baits and everything for the event. And
can you promise this kind of weather every year?
I cannot.
Oh, okay.
But I'll take this.
We'll take this right now for sure. All right. Well, thanks for having us, Tom. It's your turn, Tom. I'm almost scared to ask. Ricky, are you ready for this?
I'm assuming I'm going to be answering a bluefin question of some
sort.
sort.
You think
but,
so?
Go ahead.
Oh, he's got it. Did you buy a new rod here at Dana Landing?
I bought a used rod from Friends of Rollo.
There
A
you
thread
go.
fighter. Can you believe this?
Nice.
This is now my backup.
Sweet.
So when I break the other one on a
Very
big
nice.
bluefin.
There you go.
Actually, how you doing there, Captain Benny?
Hey, how you doing, Tom? Good to see you. Good to see you again.
Actually, my question was more about what I've been hearing about it. I was in Puerto Vallarta 40 years ago, and I wasn't thinking about fishing. But can you tell a little bit why it's such a good fishery for 100, 200-pound yellowtail?
Well, it's Ricky's going to find out tomorrow when he travels down to Puerto Vallarta to go on the Journeyman, our 2.5-day trip with Captain Russell O'Neill and Robert and the gang. There are various high spots where that fish collects, and because of the water temperature, the available bait, the zone where it is, and the high spots and the various islands around there, it's a magnet. Yeah. And in fact, there are spots there that the guys say that the big fish never leave. They stay there year round. So that's why it's such a great place. A lot similar to like the Riviera Islands.
And it's within what, a 1 or 2 day trip offshore, right?
The closest bank is like 60 miles.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was down there in December, the first morning we started on El Banco, which is it's not that far. It's like 60 miles out.
And it's so easy access to get down there. There's direct flights from San Diego. You hop on a flight, a couple hours later, you're there. You get on the boat that afternoon. You're fishing the next morning. Yeah. So it's an easy to get to destination. And then when you're on the beach, there's obviously it's a travel destination, so there's lots of hotel and food options and things like that. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, we were swimming offshore there at night just before Jaws came out. They said, don't swim at night.
Probably not a good idea.
Hey, thank you very much. Good luck.
Captain Benny. Good seeing you, Tom. Thanks, Tom, for coming down to Dana Landing this morning. Appreciate that.
All right, we're going to jump back into the phones, talk to Greg, who's calling us from Coronado this morning. Greg, good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Guys, how are ya?
Doing great, Greg. Good morning.
Well, good morning. First of all, I just want to say thank you to my best friend, Matt, from La Mesa, because he was the one that turned me on to you guys, and I've learned so much from you guys. So thank you, Matt. But my question I actually have for you guys is about sunglasses. I've heard a lot of talk about the different color shades of the sunglasses, and a lot of people have been talking about the more like, I believe it's like a red colored shaded with sunglass. What is the difference between that and just your normal gray that is out there?
Well, Benny's on the Maui Gym team. What's your thought, Benny?
Well, it is a lot of time. It depends on the person and how your eyes focus, on the water. And I'm specifically speaking about on the water. Most lenses will complement you, just average wear. But on the water, it can be real critical depending on what you're doing. Like, for example, I like the HCL lens. It's kind of an amber type that really filters out the light really nice, and it's easy on my eyes. I like the gray lens when the sun's bright overhead. But the HCL is, good all around for me.
That's what you have on right now.
That's what I have on now.
And we have Mike Kirsch from Maui Gym here. Mike, Maui Gym makes 4 lens colors, right?
Right. And he was saying a red lens. We actually have a rose lens, which would probably be what he's referring to.
Yeah.
Similar to the HCL, it gives you good contrast. Kind of comes from the old days of skiing where they really like to see the contrast in the terrain of the hills. And so a lot of sports enthusiasts like HCL, Rose, and our new high transmission lens.
Yeah, the HT, that's my favorite.
Right.
Love that one. But on a bright day today, like today, out on the ocean, I really like that gray.
Yeah, if you have sensitive eyes, you definitely want to go with gray. But the HCL and the Rose block the bright sunlight as well.
They do too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And the HT is for more of an overcast day? Or?
Yeah, mornings, evenings. But I've used it in the middle of the day out in the desert playing golf, and it blocks the light too. So just a lot of it depends how sensitive your eyes are.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of the Rose in the fishing world. Why is that?
We just don't offer that many frames in the Rose, but we're doing more and more custom bills. We do a lot of it in prescription, and it works. But the HCL we developed for Southern California. We get a lot of days where it's cloudy in the morning, sunny in the afternoon, and it works in both light conditions.
Okay. You brought up prescription. Maui Jim makes the best prescription lenses, period, from everybody who has ever bought a pair. They're not cheap, but they say these are by far the best glasses I've ever had. If one wants to order a pair of prescription Maui Jims, can they do that today with you?
They have to. Yes, they can, but we recommend they do it through an authorized dealer that deals with prescription. And there, you can go on the website, and depending where you live, you can look up, who your local optometrist is. And we actually do the prescriptions in our own lab in Peoria, Illinois. They have all state-of-the-art equipment, and it's top of the line, and it's very quick too. They can do it like in under 2 weeks.
Yeah, and if you come to a dealer like Dana Landing, they can help with that process too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that can help you pick the frame, and then you could go forward from that process.
All right. Well, Mike, you're going to be here till 1 o'clock today.
Yep.
Showing off the Maui Jims, and you have a display right there on the water. That's a pretty good spot.
Yep. We got some gift with purchase, so come on by.
Oh, you got gift with purchase today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mike.
Thank
Mike
you.
Kirsch from Maui Jim. Thanks for coming down here. Appreciate that very much. And thanks a lot for the call this morning. Bob from Spring Valley. Bob, are you here? There's Bob. Thanks for coming down to Dana Landing this morning, Bob.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Bob. Bob?
Hello there. Hey, I got a question. I got a buddy that fishes freshwater strictly, and he wants to switch over and do some calico fishing. Never fished saltwater, believe it or not. He wants to target calicos. What advice can we give him regarding basic gear without breaking the bank, zones, areas, bait,
I tell you,
lures, whatever?
The freshwater angler has probably the most advantage switching over from fresh to salt because they have patience, two, they can really pattern fish quickly and understand conditions. A lot of his heavy, like his flipping outfits, his swim bait outfits, even some of his cranking outfits, he can literally take that whole gamut of rods and reels and apply it to saltwater. Calico fishing, bay bass fishing, heck, bay fishing, like here in Mission Bay, you have a number of patterns that are very similar to fishing any lakes. Crankbait, swim bait, A-rig, jig, did I miss that? Spinner bait, rattle traps. So he can take virtually his rod locker, put it on another saltwater boat, and start fishing.
Sounds good.
Calico fishing, the same thing. Just throw a few weedless and heavier line, obviously, and he's good to go.
You've adopted a lot of freshwater techniques into the bay, right?
Yeah, as we did with freshwater, we've taken a lot of the freshwater and crossed over to the salt. It's amazing what you see. Our rip baits are, our rip bait fishing, for example. Yeah, we throw the small 128 squad minnows, but we also throw the big rip baits also for calico bass. A-rigs. A-rigs is huge here in Mission Bay, and I wouldn't be surprised if A-rigs get limits in San Diego Bay on the long lines.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have those bad boys out with 10 baits out, or even 3. Yeah. That's a lot of coverage. A lot of coverage.
Yeah. Bob, let me make a suggestion because I know Benny's not the type of person that would say it. You know what you really need to do is charter a guy like Benny, charter a guy like Jimmy to take you out fishing. And here's the exact reason why. If your buddy is savvy at freshwater bass fishing, it's going to take one trip to uncrack the code with guys that do it all the time, and then you'll be able to apply that from there on out. The one trip that you spend with a guy that knows the gear and the technique and the style, you're going to eliminate 2 years worth of learning curve on your own, and in one inexpensive day on the bay, you'll have a fishery not down, but enough that you'll be able to go out and catch fish every time for years to come. And they do such a good job. All the gear is there, the boat is there, the guy that knows what to do. It's a no-brainer.
A really good example is I've taken a number of BASS anglers out fishing because they want to find out what's going on with this inshore calico bass thing. I did a show with Aaron Martins last year, and he's every year we've been fishing. So, but you're getting more guys like Brent Ayler, who's now an elite angler, went saltwater fishing last week for the first time for calico bass. And these
they
guys,
see the light.
Oh, they're like going, hey, these brown guys pull a lot harder than the green.
Yeah.
The green ones just make more money, but the brown ones are much funner to catch.
Yeah,
so
no
once he does it, he's going to be ruined.
Okay. All right. Advice, guys.
You got it.
Thanks for coming down to Dana Landing this morning.
And
Thanks,
when we
Bob.
come back, we got another full hour coming your way. More of your phone calls, more of your great questions, lots of great stuff coming up. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup live from Dana Landing Market and Fuel Dock right here on the Mighty 1090.
When customers return, you must be doing it right. At least that is what we believe on Royal Star. This is Captain Tim Ekstrom. My partners, Randy Toussaint, Brian Sims, and I will not only take you to the finest fishing destinations, but we deliver the highest quality RSW product, pioneering the finest fresh fish storage system in the San Diego long-range fleet. Royal Star has a limited number of openings on our year-round schedule, with most anglers returning year after year. If you want to fish with the best, make your reservation now on Royal Star. Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764. We look forward to fishing with you.
22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro is home to LA's finest open party fleet, including overnights on the Freedom, Catalina Freelance on the Pursuit, half-day trips on the Monte Carlo, and three-quarter-day trips on the Native Sun. Plus, you can charter the Ultra, Spectra, and True Line. There is always plenty of free parking and a fully stocked tackle store. Take advantage of the Wednesday specials on the Pursuit and Monte Carlo, and kids fish free with a paid adult on the afternoon half-day. 22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro. Call 310-832-8304 or book online at 22ndstreet.com.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.